just wanna be heard for your mom to your pop to the beat to the bird, my skirt right off on the curb like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my whole team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke. No, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. I pissed so my frustration. I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bump it. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Ready. 5-8.
Man, I got you.
From nearby Norcross, Georgia, it's Alvin Kamara. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara. 79 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Here we go.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Man up, D. Slam.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Pilot, 64, weak.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Check. Back. Switch. Ready to go.
On third down, Devontae Freeman. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Check. Fresno. Check three. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Hey, alert three.
Freeman again, a first down carry. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Hey, check.
47's the mic, boy. 47. Check. 47.
Here we go on fourth down with Ryan. It's caught. Jones. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on fourth down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on fourth down here early in the game.
Marcus Davenport there to take him down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
I'm here all day.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. There he goes right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Check. Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, Echo. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot.
To throw again, Ryan. He completes this to Russell Gage. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Breeze. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready? Yellow lady.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Throwing now is Breeze. Complete. Smith has it. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged.
Now Breeze lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. He had gained really good yardage. That's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Motion.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4.
Bravo.
Ryan. Caught by Jones. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. The Falcons on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. A quick throw into the hands of Hardy. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of possibly being knocked out of this game.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the ground, Kamara. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
The throw from Breeze into the hands of Smith. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On 2nd and 9, Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 21.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he's going to be taken down short of the 1st, right around the 15-yard line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And Lutz puts this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Ryan. It's caught. Smith. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Jones has it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, You often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Russell Gage, as the first half is winding down, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Crew able to connect on the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Ryan now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Hey, Alpha!
On 2nd and 9, Ryan looking downfield for Jones. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Hey, Charlie!
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 41-yard line.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
They run, Devontae Freeman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards there and a Falcon 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And they'll get this down to the 10. 11 yards there, 1st down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Justin Hardy. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now Breeze. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, they'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. Thomas, the intended target.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Ready, blue 80, blue 80. 54 Mike. Here we go. Check 31, check 31. Switch.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. Dropped at the 35, but he was able to display the agility there. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
35-yard line.
Check.
To throw is Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there, 18 yards. First down, Falcons.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Check 13. General West. 51. Hey, Steve 6.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And it's caught over the middle. Hooper back now in Atlanta. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman taking it in. And the Falcons push further out in front. Now the try here for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Running with Kamara. Room here to run. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
95-56. Let's go, team.
On second down, it's Murray. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
And it's third down.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down. Working from the gun. It's Breeze. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. In for the sack, Deion Jones. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Ryan. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 4. Slam.
This is Freeman. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, watch the ball. Out. Tight dog.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards there and a first down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. It's hauled in by Hardy. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now on 2nd and 13. Ryan, this one complete to Devontae Freeman. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And it's complete. Hooper. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hardy. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Here's Ryan. Gets it off to Freeman, and he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now it's Ryan. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jamario Davis. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and making an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. They run it again with Kamara. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.